Hunting in the backcountry in Florida. What's that mean? I'm about to show you. I'm going to tell you exactly how I hunt in the backcountry in the Ocala National Forest right after this. Okay, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about getting in the backcountry, getting into the woods that seemingly get no pressure. It's all of our desire to get someplace where nobody else has hunted and set up our stand and be able to hunt there. What's that mean and how can you accomplish that? A few years ago, I made a video for Facebook of me accessing a sawgrass pond. I hunted that sawgrass pond a half a dozen times maybe, and throughout one season I hunted it over and over and over again. One of the things that I used to access that area was the Florida Trail. Now, you shouldn't hunt on the Florida Trail, but you're well within your right to use the Florida Trail to access the Ocala National Forest, okay? What I did was I parked my truck where the Florida Trail crossed the road. And I had my deer buggy and my tree stand and my backpack and my rifle. And I put that stuff on my deer buggy and off I went. And what I had done was I had gone online and used Google Earth to find these sawgrass ponds that were hidden in dark timber. If you look on these aerial photos, you can see them. Right? You can just see they're just little brown dots surrounded by green. And these are all open areas inside the timber. I thought, man, that's a great strategy, right? If I could get in some of those sawgrass ponds, maybe I'll kill me a big old buck. So that's what I did. I kind of obsessed over it for a couple of seasons. Anyway, what I did was, again, I parked my truck where the Florida Trail crossed the road. And I had all of my gear on my buggy, and off I went. And it was probably about a half, 3/4 of a mile to the first sawgrass pond on the trail. Now, I would run into hikers, especially in the afternoon on the way back, that were using the Florida Trail that were not hunters. And some of them were a little surprised to find hunters there. I had this one guy tell me that I couldn't hunt there, that it was a national park, and I think he was a little confused because the Ocala National Forest is not a national park. It's a national forest, right? I've been hunting here my whole life, been hunting here legally my whole life, but you'll always get people that'll say things that really don't know what they're talking about. Best way to respond is just to be polite. I never carried a loaded gun while I was on the Florida Trail. I always had it slung over my chest, right? Never had it loaded, and I had my gear on my buggy, and I always made eye contact with these people and smiled and kept on going. Most of them looked on with interest and was kind of intrigued and saw a hunter, out there in the woods coming back, and they would ask me questions. But again, this guy, he kind of wanted to try and scold me. I was like, hey, buddy, man, I live just an hour down the road, man. This is my home. I've been hunting here my whole life, But that's okay. He'll get over it, right? So anyway, I use the Florida Trail, and I don't hunt on the Florida Trail because of all the human traffic on it, right? Humans on the Florida Trail are going to do what humans do. They're going to stink up that strip of woods right there where, nothing's going to come walking by there anyway, so you don't want to hunt on it. But you can use the Florida Trail to access these areas. Like I said, I've used it to, as you can see here, the Florida Trail goes right along the edge here of Hopkins Prairie. And it goes up into this dark timber. And it led me to a sawgrass pond. The Florida Trail led me to a sawgrass pond, and then I walked. It was pretty large. It was, probably a 10-acre sawgrass pond, and I walked all the way around to the other side, and then that's where I abandoned my buggy. And there was another sawgrass pond just to the other side of that stand of timber, and then I would push through. Now that's where I made the video. I made a video of me using what I call bear tunnels, okay? I use those bear tunnels to make my way through the gallberry because it's as thick as a Brillo pad. I was real excited when I first started doing this because I had made a little discovery, right? And I never saw anyone else in there. And thought that I was going to kill me a big old buck in there. And again, like I said, I did this the whole season. I hunted this spot over and over and over. And I saw deer, okay? I saw deer. And I really thought I was going to kill me a big buck in there. I thought maybe a buck would come running across there chasing a doe. And it might have did. But the truth of the matter is I never saw more deer in that scenario than I do just hunting. When I say near the truck, a 10-minute walk to my tree or to my ladder stand. I don't see more deer in that scenario than I did that one. It was just, I see the same amount of deer. It's just been my experience. Somebody asked me about hunting in the backcountry, so this is how I define it. So in the video coming up, I'll show you how I accessed and pushed through, found a tree, give you a good visual aid, and maybe you want to give it a try. It's a great way to hunt. Find those spots. The pipeline unit is full of these places. Big block of woods with very little access. There's roads that go up there now. You want to be real careful because the commission have been up there and they've been putting out signs closing roads that are not numbered roads, that they're going to be writing tickets. So you're going to need to be on numbered roads. If you get caught on some of those roads that go along the edge of chops, you're liable to get a ticket. I don't know if they're handing out any warnings or not, but you're only supposed to drive on numbered roads, and I got a feeling that they're going to be enforcing that rule. So just be prepared, okay? So coming up right now is my video of me pushing through the gallberry, finding that spot, and hunting it. So I hope this helps you find that special spot, opens up opportunity for you, and this is how I hunt in the backcountry. All right, see you guys. Bye.